years, the king had inflicted exquisite torture on the court. Most of them were banned from sitting in his presence. Now, though, he was facing karmic comeuppance. His normally strong constitution failed him for once, and he developed a ticklish complaint that made sitting down into an ordeal. Louis developed an embarrassing and very painful anal fistula, a pus-filled abscess that just wouldn't go away. The king's physicians tried a range of treatments, enemas, soothing poultices, and various herbal concoctions, without success. The king got so fed up with his physicians that he ordered his barber to cut the abscess out instead. In those days, barbers performed surgery, but it was a drastic throw of the dice. The operation would be performed without anaesthetic, and there was a high chance the patient wouldn't survive. As for the poor barber, Charles-François Félix, well, he was terrified, but he didn't say no to His Majesty. Monsieur Félix set about redesigning the tools of the trade to create something that might improve his chances of success. The Paris Museum of Medicine still houses the original instruments designed by Louis's barber. And this is what the fiendish imagination of Monsieur Félix came up with to solve the agonizing problem of the royal fundament. He designed a retractor and a scalpel. Now, the retractor would be inserted into a delicate and throbbing part of the royal anatomy, and then gently, like the petals of a flower, opened up so that the surgeon could see what he was doing. The historical record is a bit patchy as to where Monsieur Félix came up with the idea for the scalpel and this eye-wateringly long blade. But I like to imagine that he was settling down to a plate of his favourite escargot of an evening, still turning this problem over in his mind, when, grappling with a particularly truculent snail, inspiration struck him. Before he turned to the royal bottom, 75 other lesser posteriors were brought before him on the slab so he could experiment with these devices. His Majesty went under the blade without a whimper or a murmur. Against all the odds, the op was a great success. The king was well and happy again. He showered his lucky barber with benisons, with honours and titles and riches. And the operation itself became the must-have procedure in fashionable Paris. It was the Botox of its day. It was known as the Royale. And fashionable people would say to each other, "Have you had a Royale? I hear she's had a Royale."